Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We are live to celebrate the launch and the timely arrival of Hamish Mc Gruff. And look at the star of the show is here. Look, peeking up just like he is in the book. Look. Hamish. Isn't he such a cutie? He is
Hamish. Yeah,
such a
come on, have a look.
cutie.
There you go. I don't
This
know how many treats I've got for him to hang around for.
That's okay. If he scoots, that's okay. We've got him on camera. So as long as he's there, that's wonderful. But if you are watching, please comment and ask any questions that you have for Marianne. We've got people watching and sending hugs here. But if you've got questions, please pop them in the chat. But this book is it's such a special book. It's such a special story. I remember us getting together, about a year ago, to talk about this book and about how it was just the story that it was just so good for kids. And then we brought in Kat, the illustrator, and then the words started to come to life, and the amazing editor, Tina Raffer-Mulligan, who is our treasure. So how have you been? What is it like to have a book out into the world, Marianne?
Oh, well, it just feels like such a long time coming. I mean, after everything that we've been through this year, I think that a lot of people have been locked down and life hasn't quite gone to plan, and you have hiccups along the way. And so when you actually give birth to a creation like this, and a book like this comes to life, it's such a wonderful joy to be able to share it with everyone. And I look forward to being able to share it with everyone in person as well. So that will be the big thing. But in the meantime, we're virtual, and we all know that we can live life, virtually, and don't we, Hamish? And online. So got the fluffy little creature who here will no doubt want to meet a few of his little fans. As he
He even has his own Instagram, doesn't he, Marianne?
He does. He gets a lot of love on his own Instagram page.
Oh.
So there's been a few little sneaky peeks there of him. He's very, I don't know if you can let me see if I can push him up a little bit. He's all fluffed up and very handsome and cuddly, and kind of like the little Hamish in the book, wondering where his treats are.
Look at who's there.
When you say the word.
He's a star. He's a real star. Aren't you, Hamish? You're a real star. Gorgeous. We have a comment here from Julie Sprigg. Julie says, "Congratulations, Marianne Rose and Hamish too. What an exciting day."
Oh,
there we go.
Thank you, Julie.
And that is it. It is that whenever we get to launch day, and we are doing an amazing event in Perth, there is a limited capacity, but how lucky are we to be in Perth, to be able to have an in-person event? And we're doing it at the wonderful WA Museum, and it's going to be a wonderful event. And we're going to be sharing how you can get a ticket to that exclusive event to not only meet Marianne and Hamish, but also our other amazing WA authors who are going to be able to come and join us, and illustrators, I might say, as well. We've got some illustrators coming to join us. But today we are going to get a sneaky peek inside the book, guys. And I want to share with you that Marianne has read the book, and there's going to be a flip book available as well coming up to launch day, but or coming up to the event time. We'll be launching that. But Kat is going to come and join us in a few minutes as well. Kat Fox is the illustrator that was our illustrator, but is the illustrator you had in mind. Bring the illustrations to life for you, Marianne.
Well, I'd seen Kat's illustrations, I think, even before I got in touch with you, and she just does these most amazing drawings, and they really do bring children's books alive. And so when I'd seen some of her drawings, I thought, that is definitely how I want my little Hamish Mc Gruff to look. And when I actually saw her drawing of Hamish, I could not believe how amazing it was. It just exceeded all my expectations. It really did bring his little cheekiness to life, and that's what I really love about the book is, a story is nothing without, the great characters being brought to life by a great illustrator. And I'm just so pleased that Kat was able to do that for us.
Oh, absolutely. When you get the author and the illustrator coming together, that's when the magic happens. And I like to step back as a publisher and allow that relationship to happen because your vision and you through the words and the illustrator's creative vision, that's where it really just comes alive, and the words just like this book, we can see things as adults in it that and the kids can see things. There's depths in it. It's just so fun, and Kat is that. She's a fun illustrator. Kids will really relate and connect. And
Yeah.
Moira has said,
Oh,
well done, Marianne. There we go. See, got lots of
oh, that's
support here.
lovely.
Yeah. So you are not a children's book author by trade,
No.
Marianne.
No,
It's
not
so
at all.
inspiring. It's like you're moonlighting as a children's book author. Can you share with us, um, you know, what you do in your day job and how you ended up writing a children's story?
So I'm actually a legal management consultant and I run my own law firm. So I work very much in the contracts and governance space, and it's all written word, but very heavy, very dry, very legalistic. And I do love the written language. So probably in fairness, my love for the written word is probably why I'm a contract lawyer. But
Yeah.
one of the reasons that I've always loved writing and I've always loved creativity, and probably in fairness, a lot of that comes from my mum, who was my art teacher. So I had that little creative spark growing up. But I really, my niece and nephew, they're in Melbourne. I'm over here in Perth. Obviously, with COVID and the lockdown, I'm not getting to see them, connect with them, and I really wanted to create something and bring something to life for them that I could share with them and have a bit of enjoyment, a bit of fun, and a bit of something that they can have for themselves as they grow up. And so it was my way of doing just something little for my niece and nephew. And my nephew is Sam, who's in the book. So hello, Sam, and hopefully he enjoys it, and he can recollect on that when he's a little bit older.
Oh, how wonderful is that? It's an absolute legacy, and it's just a gift to other kids, absolutely, as well. So huge congratulations to you. We've got Catherine O'Connell here saying, big congratulations, Marianne.
Oh,
There
that's
we
a
go.
that's an international little one. That's Catherine's in Tokyo.
Oh, wow. See, we've got everybody watching from all around the world. That's
Yeah,
amazing. It's
thank
so fun.
you.
Yeah. So, yes, that's wonderful, Mary. I've got my little one now popping in to say hi as well.
Oh, well, look, this
Will
is
we
the
share our
way, isn't
screen?
it? Yeah.
Yes, we were all over the place. But let me share my screen here now, one sec, so that we can share this amazing book.
Oh, look, I love that I've got a little young reader in the background.
Yeah, she's peeking in. So we've got there the cover, which is obviously wonderful. Hamish
Yeah.
McGruff, the lightning and the thunder jacket. Would you
And
like
the
to read? Can
colours
you?
are just amazing.
Isn't it the cover? The cover was
Yeah.
just like,
It
oh,
just like,
perfect.
I mean, when I saw it, I just, the colour and the green that came out, and, the little eyes popping up, I just thought it was so fantastic.
Yeah.
Were you saying you want me to read a little bit of
Would
it?
you? That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I'll read it from my version. Okay, here we go. Hamish McGruff was a scruffy schnauzer whose voice was a big, loud ruff. His best friend was Fuzzy Bear, and Hamish took him everywhere. It was fun to play zoomies and fetch a stray sock, but where you'd find Hamish around 4 o'clock was barking at school kids as they got off the bus. He liked nothing better than causing this fuss. This scrappy dog might only be small, but nothing scared him. Nothing at all. He loved the beach and was ever so brave out in the ocean with its big rolling waves. He wasn't afraid of loud croaking frogs. He sought spiders and snails under wet logs. There was ever so much for a dog to explore. He burrowed under fences to sneak next door.
Oh, see, you've got a voice for audio. You really do. You absolutely do.
Oh my goodness! When I was reading the audio for you earlier, I did have a heavily panting dog in the background. So anyone looking forward to the audio is going
Sound
to hear this
effects.
like huffing and puffing of Hamish in the background as he sneaks out little. Who knows, little treats under logs, and at the moment he's sniffling them out of my hand. I'm having to hand feed him so he doesn't make any loud barks.
Oh, he's a treasure. Sonia Casson says excited for a sneak peek.
Oh,
We've
thank
we've
you.
actually got Kat here with us, so I'm going to bring Kat on,
Yay.
and I'm going to remove
Hello.
this.
Hey,
And
Marianne.
Hi.
This is the
Hello.
first time I've actually, to be honest, met Marianne.
Yeah. Hello.
really,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
oh my
Chloe.
goodness.
Everything's been like phone and email and a bit of Facebook.
I know. Your dog is so cute.
And you've got it all going on behind you there, Kat. I see. Look at all these colours.
The naked. Why can't I point
And do
to
you see Hamish? Look at Hamish is in there as well. The side at the bottom.
I'm actually in my friend's studio, so I've got a friend who's an artist as well, and I'm working with her today. So,
Oh,
Kat's art club.
wow.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah.
love that.
judging
That's
today. Remember?
Oh,
Oh, you
judging
were
day.
judging Osmom Awards. I was doing that yesterday.
Oh, how exciting.
I can see it. I see it behind you. Is that Mary? Who have we got?
Yes, this is Mary come to join
Mary,
me
grab
today.
the book. Show us the book. I want to see the book.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to add this to the stream. One sec. Let me add this
Oh
to
my
the stream.
God,
See?
you are so cute. Look at Hamish.
Yeah, so I feel like you really captured the likeness of this little fluffy. Look at that. How's
It's really nice
how's
seeing
the
you.
likeness just from the photos that I'd sent him?
You wrote such a lovely book. I really enjoyed creating. Oh God, look!
I've got
She's just putting his face right into the camera.
She wants to listen. Can you speak about the illustrations, Kat, and what the process was like for you? That'd be amazing.
Well, the process was really sort of, first of all, obviously looking at Marianne's words. And Marianne, you were quite relaxed, weren't you, really? You just sent me some photos and said, do whatever you want. And sometimes some authors that they know exactly what they want, and that's fine. That's easy too. But it was really great, Marianne, because this gave me a chance to explore a different way, slightly from my normal of illustration. So with this process was, once I had your words, I started to create what's called a storyboard. So, which is basically little tiny drawings, making sure in rough it works. And I think I sent it through to Karen, and Karen sent it to Marianne, and then it was agreed. And then there was a process where we went to the second version. And then and then for me, the fun bit was really stylizing. And that's when I think I did a mock-up of a page, and you said, yeah, I like that. So in this book, usually I wouldn't do a block of color background, and this was a really great chance for me to use my illustrative style, but then a very blocky graphical background behind them, and just create. I worked on just a color palette, so it's like a really basic color palette, but then the characters jump out of the color palette. It's one of my favorite books, to be honest with you. I really
Thank you.
it's
just, the thing is, this is obviously the first book that I've ever written, and I wasn't really sure what the process was. And so, I think that probably one of the traps as an author is you can have this idea in your mind as to what it looks like. But I think sometimes you just have to let go of that and let the words speak for themselves and let the illustrator do their thing. And it just creates this level of creativity that I couldn't have imagined, and I couldn't have come up with myself. And the character just comes alive in a way that I couldn't have anticipated. I love it.
Do you have a favorite illustration that you think captures a moment in there?
I do really like this one, actually, with the sniffing of the snails and the croaking frogs, because I think that there's something about, like, you can see that the frog is croaking. You can actually see the action come to life, and I just I think that sense of adventure and play and exploration, I think that this is just going to be a book that when kids read it, they're going to really get immersed in the character and go along on the journey exploring.
Yeah,
It is absolutely that. I love this illustration too. It's just so fun, and you can see that it's moving. Even though it's not physically moving, you can see the movement.
Do you know my favourite one to do was when he was in the shed. I really just love the
Will
shed.
we share? Let me see if we share.
So we go clicking the poo.
Is it on past? Where are we?
I think you've got. Yeah, there's the shed.
That one with the boy.
Go back.
Boy. That one, and then with the boy. So that one where he's sitting there, and then he's connected with the boy. I really modelled that on my.
I don't want to share it all. You have to get your copy.
But even though this one with the stinky poo, oh my goodness, that is completely a dog thing. Dogs will roll in anything.
Did you like the way he's licking it off a cake?
Yeah, a cake platter. Like it's a gourmet feast. That's definitely what dogs think of, or any kind of like bird poo or anything like that. Anything smelly at the park, they love it.
I am so sure there's people watching going, I had never thought that Marianne would be sitting chatting about poo.
I know you don't look like someone who would talk about poo.
Look, we've got some comments here. Catherine said, I'm sorry, I've discovered your face here, Kat, but I can't believe this is your first time to meet the illustrator, Marianne. How incredible Kat was able to draw off Hamish's photos. She's amazing. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, yeah. There's just something about, when you write a book, you definitely you have ideas in mind, but when you can actually get together with an illustrator and the publisher, and it can actually all come together and be seen like this, it's really just a delight.
Marianne, you wrote such a lovely story, and even the fact that you had animated words in there. So for me, I must admit, I'm a massive dog lover, so I get a lot from drawing dog books. I do. I look at the cat. I did this, and then I started looking at my own dogs. So you really, your words were quite a treat and a delight for me to illustrate. I really enjoy people who write with fun, humorous energy.
Yeah, well, now just got to write the next one and get you to illustrate the next one.
Yeah, you have to keep going, because you've got to have my Hamish Mc Gruff and the tomato ketchup sandwich.
A series. Julie says these illustrations are totally gorgeous. It really does bring the character of Hamish off the page. What a talented pair you are. There you go.
Yay.
See, it's just so fun. This is such a fun book. It's a fun book to read with your kids, and for them to find, look at these two together. It's as if you have been besties. It's just, it's as if there's no way you would think that you haven't met before in person.
Yeah, it's when I eventually get to Melbourne, we'll be doing the champagne.
Marianne, did you ever touch base with me prior to Karen, or did Karen?
Yeah, so before I got in,
I've known this book before, and I can't.
You've definitely known this book for a while, because before I got in touch with Karen, I actually got in touch with yourself, and you gave me Karen's name. Is how I found Karen.
I know this story. I read this story, and I was like, because so much was happening. I was thinking, I'm sure Marianne and I have contacted. Yes. Yeah, so
because it evolved.
Yeah. And that was it. Marianne came to me with this story, and I was like, this story is really good. I love this story. And she was like, really? And I was like, really? Because you can see it visually. I can see it visually, and so can Kat. Yeah.
And you have come a long way, because I think when we first met, you were very unsure of it, and that's when I started to get praised or looked at, because your confidence, you must feel so good to go through that journey and now have in your hands.
Do you know, I think when you're going into a realm like writing a children's book, and you don't have your own kids, and you kind of think, oh my goodness, what am I doing? This is so, I'm so out of my depth. And to have that kind of encouragement and support, it is a real delight. And then it's been, this last 18 months, 2 years. Well, I mean, what a journey we've sort of all been on in lockdown, and all of these different things going on. And I think for kids, there's a lot of uncertainty as well. And so to be actually able to have this book at the end of it and actually have something that we can have a bit of fun and share with kids, and showcase Hamish out there a little bit as well, who I might say is coming back for some more treats as well. It's
coming back.
Oh my God, yeah, he went off, and now he's making me fish into the little treat pouch. He heard his name, he knew he needed to get rewarded. But it's a delight. Look, it's a delight to see a finished product.
Yeah, whenever your book is brought to life and you become an author officially, which is, today you are officially a published author. So huge congratulations to we'll bring the virtual glass up.
Yes,
like the crown. You need to wear a crown. How amazing!
Yeah, little.
And it's starting a journey for you.
It is,
doesn't it? It starts a journey. We've seen it. Karen and I've seen many, even Karen. They just I'm incredibly in awe of authors that just spout books out. I personally, as Karen knows, hide away from it, but I like to illustrate other people's books because that's where I sit.
Yeah, you're so good. It's your superpower. And Hamish Mc Gruff is going to find his way into many homes and many hearts. And we cannot wait to have him get out there across Australia, New Zealand, and the world, because he is such a treasure. He's such a treat. And he's, whenever there's a story about a real live animal, it's like people can identify so much more. So for him to have his own Instagram, like, it's just a little celebrity already.
Yes. Well, you'll be able to catch him down at the local park having a bit of a roll in muddy puddles.
Yes. I could just see the cover as a T-shirt. You should be wearing that as a T-shirt with pride.
Yeah. Yes, I should do that.
How are you going to celebrate, Marianne?
Look, champagne. There's definitely going to be champagne. So yeah, look, I mean, now that the weather in Perth, it's actually sunny, it's turning nice. I think that we might have to go for a little bit of a, dare I say WALK, because we all know what happens when you say that word out loud and you've got little dogs around. Clearly your dogs can spell there in the background, Karen.
Yeah, my dog can hear you. So
so I think that there might have to be maybe, I don't know, like a pig's ear in it for Hamish, a WALK, and then maybe a glass of champagne for me.
Well earned. And Kat, you have another book launched into the world, so congratulations to you too. The shelf is filling up nicely.
Yes, yes, it's happening. I don't know where I'm at with books at the moment.
Yeah, you'd have to count them up. Ladies, Mary's back, so I think we should maybe wrap it up here. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me to celebrate the launch of Hamish Mc Gruff. And everyone, you can get it everywhere. She's showing you her spring. You can get it everywhere, online and in stores. So grab your copy today and review. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
I'll share it.
Excellent.
Well done, Marianne. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Bye.